Hey guys, Zach from the Interesting Nerd Club here. I wish I was coming to you under better circumstances. I have been working on a project for a very long time, and it is finally caught up to me that I'm not going to hit it before the deadline. I told Tom about this, and I was going to do a full apology, but unfortunately, he smashed my ukulele, so I don't have the song I prepared to explain this. So I'm just going to try and be as straightforward as possible. About 10, 12 years ago, George R. R. Martin approached me. He was very busy with a lot of different projects, and he asked if I could write The Winds of Winter. And I said, yeah, absolutely, no problem. How hard could that be? Uh, and the answer is very difficult. It's actually really, really hard to write that book. Uh, like, I got some sample chapters done. Actually, those are all just leftovers that George gave me. I don't want to take credit for them. And so I have been like sending over word counts, but I'm gonna be real. Been fudging most of those word counts. Actually, I've been fudging them by just taking the amount of manuscript pages I've written, which is zero, and putting like a number and a bunch of other zeros in front of it, and just telling it to George. He has been hounding me the book for a while, and I told him that I'd have it done end of Q1 2025, which was yesterday as of the uploading of this video. So, oops, sorry, George. Uh, I guess you know, there's hope though. I commissioned somebody else. I think his name is something Jacobs to write it, but he hasn't finished either. But like at least I think he got some pages done. So there's hope, right? We can get some of this. I'm gonna try to do that, and like I've been using this channel to like bounce my ideas around, but just it never like it's tough. Like it's really easy to just like vamp about what like could happen, but it's really hard to write it down. So yeah, anyways, I wanted to apologize for that. And while I'm thinking of it, I want to find a list of other things to apologize for. Similarly, in a similar way, the show years ago, and like I do feel really bad about this one. They approached me right before season 5, and they said we had to cut a few storylines. What do you think we should get rid of? And I came back with a list of things they could get rid of, and they said, "Oh, like all of this?" And I said, "Yeah, like all of that." And all that was like Lady Stoneheart and young Griff and most of the Greyjoy Iron Islands plot and Quentin and just a bunch of other like things they could cut. And they said, "Oh, this is great. This will save us a ton of time. We could get this done in 8 seasons." I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, you could." I just like nodded along the whole time, and I really like I should have said something, but I didn't. And then they consulted me later for like what should the lighting be like during the long night episode, and I said, well, it should probably be like dark, but I hope to be able to see things. They said, perfect, fantastic. And they just sent me over something that's like, does that look good? And I'm like, I don't sure. And they just sort of went with it. I didn't question it. I did make the final call on both of those. They like called and pressed and said, you sure you want to go with this? And I was like, why not? So that I do feel really sorry about that one. I also was consulted for a lot of the stuff that got cut from the second season of House of the Dragon too. That was my prerogative. Like I know we did like a show. We talked about like what we wish was in there, and like I'm gonna be honest. Like Ryan Condal's like way taller than me, and he like kind of scares me a little bit. So I don't want to tell him like I was like wrong, and that maybe I shouldn't have said like to cut those things. In my opinion, on that. So sorry for that one too, George, and the viewing audience. But like, yeah, basically, like when they said, "Oh, maybe we don't need devils," I'm like, "Yeah, maybe you don't," and like, I don't know. That's just it's important that I understand that like could be hurtful to some people. The book is not out yet, and that Game of Thrones did not end the way people wanted to. But I just want you to know that I made a bunch of similar executive decisions when it came to the Dunk and Egg adaptation. Personally, I made sure that Dunk becomes like wisecracking and uses 90s slang the entire time. Not Egg. Egg actually speaks in a posh English accent and acts like he's older. And Dunk, the big, like, more mature one, he basically is like if Bart Simpson just like had a sword. Also, all the animals talk in that one. That was my decision. I fought for that one actually, and I do regret it in hindsight. That might not have been the vibe. And the entire thing is shot with a fisheye lens at a Dutch angle, uh, with the like colors super saturated. That was a decision that like I had to fight really hard for. And I told George that that was like, like a necessary thing. I need to get creative control over all this in order to finish The Winds of Winter, a book that I've written 0 words of. Oh, I should also note that I'm actually the reason I got the gig was I'm the editor on every sex scene that has happened so far in the entirety of A Song of Ice and Fire, which is why George thought I was strong enough to write the book, the Winds of Winter, which was just going to be 7,000 manuscript pages of sex and food descriptions. I want to apologize for all the theory videos we made that are just like not correct, which we did an audit and it's actually all of them because the book isn't written yet. So none of them are coming true. So the like upside is if you've like been listening to our channel, that is the closest thing to the Winds of Winter that I have written, sometimes with the help of Tom and special guests. So it's pretty close. It's pretty close to the author's intent as far as I'm concerned. And honestly, I think that you should be apologizing to me for not giving me full credit for delivering well ahead of time because we started uploading those videos in like 2022, and you can basically piece the whole thing together now, right? Like you've watched all of them. That's the whole book. That's everything's gonna happen. Uh, yeah. As far as I'm concerned, George, you can pay me the 72 million that you offered. I'm gonna get back to writing the rap number that the horses perform in the final episode of A Night of Seven Kingdoms, because that is my #1 writing priority right now. Okay. Thanks, everybody.